forward to. Look at that.
Welcome back to the Daily Dose of Dopamine with Robert Cochran and Susan Scarlett and a cave and a bunch of black sticky mud.
Yeah.
I hope you saw our last episode. If not, go back one and check in the notes because there's a little very special thing that I did after I survived my entire hero's journey as a part of a final presentation in the day one program. The day one program is a little harder to access than YACS because YACS, we have a drop-in class. So Robert and I have been walking everyone through these 12 steps to give you a little taste of what it's like. And everyone had Parkinson's and everyone's journey kind of started in that space and then shifted and moved.
And we did have one care partner in our second group.
In the
I want
second,
to point that
yeah,
out. So, and we want to expand that for all those who are watching. Care partners, family members, hopefully medical wellness providers. This program works for everybody. Please continue. So we are now at, we're in the ordeal.
I'm submerged in black sticky mud
Right.
in the story that's happening inside of me and that's coming out in my writing. And I am with you and everybody in my day one group. It was very clear. This all came in a dream to me. And I had sunk into this mud and I was trying to, get out. It's like quicksand. You can't get out, right? The more you move. And there was one arm still up in the air and it was raining and the rain was washing and you saw that. And I just began I could lift myself up to about here. And then you figured out what I needed. The one place I hadn't been able to go in our improv games was gibberish.
Let's drill into that a little bit. You
Yeah.
know, so you had struggled to the point where I basically said, hey, we'll eliminate this from our curriculum, even though it was a powerful teaching thing to me. And I didn't want to do that, but I saw it was having that kind of effect on you. So at one point, we dropped it.
Teacher. He's a really, really nice teacher, you guys.
So at some point, though, it was always in the back of my mind. I said, we're going to have to go back to this. We'll lay some more foundation. And so we did. And what was that like facing, gibberish, which is very briefly a made up language, something like it
just spills off of his tongue, not mine, even now.
So for you, what was it and what was the experience?
The experience of not dying in the mud was based on a perception that you had that if I trusted my teammates, the other members of our class,
yeah,
we were off on a field day adventure together and did a game that you set up for us where they would speak a word of gibberish and I had to repeat the same word back to them.
Right.
I didn't have to say my own gibberish. All I had to do was mirror what they said, literally copy it. Right. So you created this way for me to survive, and there were about 15 of us in the group, so 15 times 15 completely different versions, and each one lifted me a little higher. Nobody could come and save me because they would have been sunk into the mud too.
So for example, I say beady funk and you say
beady funk,
right? So that was like a bridge. It was a stepping stone. Each time you did it, you raised up going, oh, I can do this. The words can literally come out of my mouth.
Yes. So the ordeal was within me, fighting whatever it was, turned out to be, I eventually learned, my grandmother's voice in my head, telling me that's foolish, a lot of foolishness to talk like that. And I had to recognize that if it worked for me and worked for you and it was important in our class, that was okay.
How long did that old family tape sit in your head of your grandmother telling you not to make sounds like that?
60 years, 65 years.
Talk about a limiting thing. And again, is she literally around you every day telling you, I told you, Susan, not to do that?
Yeah, she died in 1981. So why is this,
Right. We talk about the things we take on and the power they hold on us, and we don't even understand the depth of them unless we play our way through. We're going to wrap this, but I just want to say, when I say play our way through, why is play so important to you? Even in the face of the highest stakes things like life or death in the ordeal, why is play so important to you?
We get to make it up as we go. There aren't any rules until we create them and we can agree on what they are. There's a freedom built into play that's inherent in it of expression, and you can find parts of yourself that you didn't know were in there.
All of that. It's all true. And that's where play, I love freedom, and you get to find you, and it's safe, and you get to be brave, right? The stakes, even in the highest seeming stakes, kids play death all the time. They play all sorts of life and death games, and then they get up and go eat lunch. That is your daily dose. We'll see you soon.